Good evening, ladies, lords, lasses, and all those in between. It is I, your humble game master, the Deathly Shad, here today to bring some more Rains of Vitrium content. Episode 96 of all things. Getting up there in the episode demographic. And here today, joining me are my lovely party members, the people that I make this game with, that help me and stream with me, that are amazing friends of mine. Agathar, say hi to the people.
We're on the reverse nice right now.
Morgan, say hi to the people.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Francois, say hi to the people.
Hello.
Soren, say hi to the people.
No, hey, how's it going?
And lastly, Vani, say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Who's ready to commit war crimes?
You.
Who's ready indeed? Who's ready indeed? So,
Chad's got art this time.
when last we left our adventurers, Agathar the Kobold Necromancer. We also remember to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And into the session we go. When last left our adventures, Agathar the Kobold Necromancer, Morgan the Halfling Divination Wizard, Rensois the Rabbitfolk Monk, Soren the Rabbitfolk Samurai, and Bonnie the Rabbitfolk Smith, the party had just arrived at Abigail the Invulnerable's hut, and were now about to meet Archmage the Divine. Whenever I decide to end the session. And so, stepping forth from within this small hovel, this hut, is a human woman with a breastplate, gauntlets on her arms, greaves upon her legs, a sword at her hip, a tan apron with a red sash along the center of it, blonde hair, blue eyes, and a stern look upon her face, despite the tears that seem to be coating the corners of her. I reveal this to you.
Still, that was weeks ago. Her master died.
Weeks for
She's
you
still
guys.
sad about it.
Yes. And as she sniffles a little bit and has to use her elbow to wipe her eyes away, she looks at the motley crew assembled and then frowns. Oh. I see.
Now, is it safe to say, as Abigail went back into the hut, it probably occurred to Agathar that this is someone who was born and raised in Viori, so you might freak out if she sees him. So I think he just reflexively hides somewhere. Just so
No.
she doesn't freak out. No? Okay.
No, he hasn't had time.
That's fair. Alright.
But her reaction is decidedly tame compared to what other people might have.
Yeah.
And as she lets her eyes slowly go from Morrigan, who is very clearly witch-coded, to Rensois, who has mushrooms growing on her, to Soren, who looks fairly normal, to Bonnie, who also looks fairly normal, as if she's from here even, to Agathar with his clear necromantic ties. You can see her deflate a little bit.
Morgan takes a swig from her flask.
Sees necromancy, immediately uses
Yeah.
turn
Yes, this is what you get.
I
Are you
see.
well?
you see her kind of like, you see her eyes kind of like shift up and to the right, and then you see her kind of like put a hand to her head and grimace, or shaking it. No. Along inside, I was just in the middle of making. She turns and makes her way back into the hut.
Kind of stumbles over the steps. I didn't think she kept any food in this rickety thing.
She didn't. I had to forage.
Well, I can help you with that next time if you want.
Yeah.
Maybe. You see her eyes
Why would-
glance down to Morrigan. She kind of shudders slightly.
Looks up with like half-lidded eyes and like flushed cheeks, very clearly drunk. What?
Is her flask in her hand right now?
Yes.
Soren is going to try and take it from her.
Man, fuck you.
They say hi. Ask how the collection is going.
Kind of like narrows her eyes at them. You obviously have to make a roll to try and snatch this from Mori.
I mean, it looks as if she doesn't even want to say what she just said. If you
No,
like,
I'm
you can
talking
answer.
to
Oh,
Soren trying to snatch my flask.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, 8+.
And a 16.
Oh,
She is crap at both of these things, so you manage to steal it away. As you snatch it, she looks down at her hand where it is, like does a little grabby hand, and then swivels back towards you. Soren is like, "Hey!"
He just kind of glares at her for a second before looking back at Abigail, or the Archmage rather. Sorry.
You see her kind of like looking up and to the right again, and she shakes her head. No, I don't think she's going. And then she just turns and continues to make her way to the house. The house itself, whenever you guys enter it, is completely run down. Like, there are moth-eaten blankets. There is a chair that looks as if it is just barely holding itself together. There is a couch that Abigail is currently resting upon that looks as if termites have gotten into the bracings of it and have eaten it out from underneath her, and she's just laying there as if it's a normal couch, seemingly unbothered by anything, just staring up at the ceiling that is cracking and crumbling away as a small droplet of water from an earlier rainstorm falls down and drips onto her forehead. In the other corner of the room, you see a kitchen that is a bit better kept. You see that there's been an attempt to clean some of the dirt and grime off of a couple pots or pans, and that one pot in particular looks pristine and is currently over a boiling fire, a roaring fire in the fireplace, and it is boiling with a variety of various ingredients. Further into the house is just a long, dark hallway with no light inside it at all, and what appear to be 3 rooms that have doors that have long since rotted open. There are no chairs.
Before Agathar goes inside, he's going to be the last one outside, and he's going to cast a sending spell
Okay.
to
Target.
ch-ldr-n.
Okay. What you saying?
At Abigail's hut now, linked up with the new Archmage. We'll need a pickup as soon as possible. What's the ETA?
I don't recognize the accent. Who is this?
I would say about a week or so, maybe longer. We are currently on the Celestian war front, helping to fight back against ch-ldr-n.
He gives a soft sigh, but nods to himself, and then he'll enter.
Mori just kind of stomps through the place, like she owns it, just kind of like pushing shit aside as she walks around.
Roll me a D100.
Oh, me? Let's see what I fall into. That's a 60.
The floorboards creak. You feel them, crack underneath your feet a couple of times, but they don't actually give way.
Yeah, just a step thump of Morrigan and her staff as she kind of like drunkenly kind of hobbles her way around inside this place. She knows what it's like in here. Been to Abigail's once or twice before.
Yeah.
Which is why it's Angie Mori proof.
Same rotten house.
Do
No holes in the
you-
ceiling though.
Do you need help in the kitchen? Maybe get some tea going?
The Archmage kind of startles a bit as she's talked to by you, at least. He turns to look at you. Yeah. There should be some tea leaves in the garden house.
Do you have a preference? Or is there only the one variety?
You see her look up and left, and up and right, then up and left, and up and right, and you see her slowly kind of tuck in on herself. Whatever you find out there is fine.
Very well, dear.
You see her kind of wince and nod before turning around and continuing to stir the soup.
I think he's gonna hang around the front door, just keeping an eye out. He wants to. It's clear that she's the company that she suddenly finds herself in is probably a lot of the negative stuff that she's learned about. So Agathar's gonna just kind of.
If you would like, Agatha, you may roll an insight.
Absolutely. I can tell.
I'd imagine Soren is one of very few people here that she's not like immediately like set off
Yeah.
by.
And she's also going through a lot.
You could probably tell with a 14 that she is weary of you and your presence, but she's not like, oh,
Hostile.
you're a monster, I'm going to stab, murder, stab. Because,
For sure.
she seems to have a lot more on her mind. It seems as if she's getting a lot of headaches, migraines, and always looking around as if there's something there that is.
I'm
Yeah,
will do that to you.
I
He doesn't say that.
think he has a suspicion of what those head movements and the headaches are from, but he's just gonna keep his distance just to be mindful and to look behind them to see if anything is approaching them. Just kind of be on the lookout.
Francois, you make your way outside. Go ahead and roll me a nature check. Easily done. You're able to spot the tea leaves within the garden. The tea itself is a nice chamomile.
And she'll kind of pick through them, trying to find the ones that are like the freshest,
They're all fresh.
and like a couple.
If you would like, you may roll.
Sure.
Sorry. If you want, go ahead and roll an Arcana check. But basically, all of the plants here are.
So she'll pick, just however much is needed, and bring them back inside.
Right.
Moving her way to the kitchen and kind of looking around for a kettle.
As you pluck these leaves off the ground, off of their connection to the stem, you would watch as the leaves grow back as if they had never been plucked before. While the ones in your hand dry to a degree where they can actually be.
Someone was a tea lover.
And
But yeah, she makes her way back in.
and making your way back inside, you're able to find a kettle, but the kettle is like, it's like, holy shit, what did this woman have in this thing last? And when was it last cleaned? 13 years ago? It is nasty.
Zeki have prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation
I'm
ain't gonna clean
pretty
this
sure, yeah.
shit.
No.
Yeah, he does have it.
Like,
Firebolt, we could heat that shit up and try to.
Presti can do a lot of work, but like this mess, it's not gonna be like snap your fingers, it's suddenly clean. It's like he's gonna be sitting there for a solid minute, snapping his fingers trying to get it clean.
No, that's fine. Faster than elbow grease.
Yeah, just a little bit. He's gotta flex those muscles.
She just kind of like, she brings it over to Aggie. Can you get this clean for me, please?
Yeah. Wow.
I'm
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. Then he'll just like start casting prestidigitation over and over and over again until this
Meanwhile, she's gonna move to the sink and make sure the tap water isn't like fucking brown.
What tap water?
As you
Let's sink.
as there is like a like there's no sink or anything like that you can like get water from, but like you did, like when you were outside in the garden, you saw there was like a fountain spigot out there for like someone to draw water from a reservoir underneath the hill. And there are buckets, but the buckets are dirty, except for one of them, which is fairly clean.
I mean, she'll probably just wait till Agathar has it clean and just put the water in the kettle.
Morrigan goes up to Soren. Oh, sorry, continue your thing. I thought.
It's okay. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
All right. Yeah. No, she's like kind of huffing and puffing, and she's sort of like, "Give me back my flask. We're not fighting anything here."
No, but I need it. But we'll talk back on the card, all right?
Why? Give it to me. It's not yours to start with. And just lord over my every decision.
I'm doing this because I'm worried about you, Maury.
Yeah.
I mean, look at you. You're already kind of shite-faced. Look at you.
Kind of like snorts a little. Her nose is like a darker green than the rest of her face.
And the breath out of her nose smells like alcohol.
Oh yeah, no. She tends to enjoy like either like sweet wines or just hard liquors. It's neither. It's one or the other.
I'll tell you what. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
He's just gonna say, I tell you what. You let me hang on to this for this encounter, and when we get back into the cart, we'll share a drink.
Kind of narrows her eyes, her lips kind of doing this, making this sort of W shape. Ugh.
Just you and me, we can talk. No, we can talk. Just enjoy the flavor of liquor and just, just be with each other. Just be with family.
Let's worry about getting this girl on the caravan and going.
Right. Let's worry about that and not trying to get this alcohol back to you until we get there. All right.
She goes to open her mouth and is like, nah. Kicks kicks her foot against like what must have been like a coffee table at some point, sending a little scrap of wood across the room.
The table then
Apparently
collapses
that-
afterwards.
That probably wasn't Angie Morgan proved.
And then and then you hear from the couch go, "No, not the table."
The funniest thing you've said in ages.
Oh no, anyway.
She just kind of grumbles and saunters away. Then realizes there's nowhere to saunter to. This place is like tiny as shit. Like looks at one corner, then the other. Is like, I forgot how small this fucking place was.
It is completely unsaunterable.
Too small even for you. Says Abigail from the couch.
You're the Sardine. This is your home.
I like it. It's nice.
It suits you.
That's all she says. Just
Mumbles
mm.
something. Mumbles
dying of
something
a
under
minute.
her breath.
Anyway, Renswell, you're able to. I'd say at this point in time, Agatha, you finished snapping the dang kettle clean.
Yeah.
It's taken you a solid minute, but you snapped your fingers a couple times and like nothing moved. And you're like, wait a minute, does this mean? You run your hand across the bottom of it. Clean.
Agatha flexes his hand like he's about to get a cramp. And okay, well, the pot is clean, or the kettle is clean, I should say. He'll waddle over to Renswa, and then he'll hold up the he'll use a mage hand to bring it up to her.
Francois, is your microphone down?
Yeah. So she will, inspect it, run a finger through the inside.
It is clean.
Excellent. Thank you, Aggie.
Of course. He looks
The,
over to the broken table.
The Archmage turns to look to you, Renswa. Whenever you get the water, don't worry about the way it looks. Just bring it to me. She kind of seems to curl in on herself a little bit more and wince before turning back to the soup.
She will kind of, quirk a brow at it, but go outside now wondering, oh God, what is this water about to look like?
The bacteria adds flavor.
So,
And you don't even get water. It's like goop.
It's a good source of iron.
so Renswa, roll me a D100.
A little tetanus never
Call me
killed
high or
anyone.
low.
A lot of tetanus has killed them.
I want you to roll a 1 and just struggle to push out actual mud.
Okay.
C3.
These three. Okay. Whenever you go outside and start, pulling the water, this thing is rusted to shit. It looks like it has not been used in actual decades. So, whenever you start trying to pull the water from it, it's a struggle, but at the same time, you feel that it's looser than it otherwise would have been, probably because it was used previously. But you're able to push out this brown water that looks as if it is carrying metal pipe chips inside of it. And if you'd like, you may roll me a do you have stone carver's proficiency?
What am I, a dwarf?
Coincidentally,
Yeah, I was gonna say, not a dwarf.
I mean, just because you're not a dwarf doesn't mean you can't have the proficiency, just saying. Alright, fine. You are
it's
unable
not.
you're unable to recognize the metal inside of this water. but
It's
it is all over
Lead.
the
It's
place.
probably lead.
I'd say it's lead.
it's a brownish liquid with like flecks of crap in it. It's Jaeger Shyster.
But it looks like a glitter bomb of this stuff went off inside of the water.
She looks visibly upset. She's just like, trust her, show your trust. Put your trust in her. Don't make her feel bad. She feels bad enough. Oh god,
But-
it's so brown. It just brings it back inside like she's carrying like a dead child.
So you bring it over to
The
her.
death of good tea.
You bring it over to the Archmage, and she turns and looks at it, and she very gingerly holds out a single finger and dips it into the water. And with that ripple from her touch, the water is now crystal clear, with nothing inside.
It's now gamer girl bathwater.
Quick, Shed, make it an ice sculpture.
So just so worse than it was before.
She then lifts her gauntleted finger out of it. It's purified. The first time I tried it turned into wine.
Really?
Nice.
Her
Morgan's
her,
head whips over.
her
Can you still do that?
her
The tall one won't let me.
she winces slightly and she's like, probably could, but I figure water would be better for tea. I'm gonna go back to stirring the soup now. She quickly turns back to stirring the soup and wincing every now and then.
Should we never give the soup a smell?
It smells very good.
It smells excellent.
In fact, roll me a nature check real quick.
You enjoy cooking?
It's technically it's 23 because you would see inside of this soup are a variety mix of poisonous mushrooms, poisonous plants, and potatoes and carrots.
She failed all her survival checks and just grabbed whatever shit she could get her hands on.
She's just like,
Like
fuck
you guys like poison
Sure.
ivy in your stew, right?
She's just like, fuck it, I'll hit it with purify food and drink after.
You
Like,
You
well,
doesn't make it taste better.
Like Soren, all just like, well, about 2 months ago, I wouldn't have been able to have it, but I found it's very tasty recently.
Anyway, to finish, she nods. Yeah, I used to cook a lot for my master. Back when she pauses.
She is still alive.
Does Vani actually say that?
No.
God damn it! Come on, man! Fuck it, you said it. She turns.
The Fiat.
She turns towards Vani.
Wait.
And
no.
and nods. Yeah, back when she was alive. I couldn't find any proper vegetables around here at all, so I just kind of threw what I could find in here. I know it looks bad, but it's not poisonous. Her eyes glance up to the left and then right, and she's like, and she shakes and she nods her head. Yeah, it's not poisonous now.
Smells wonderful.
I'm really sorry
you.
for your loss, by the way.
Likewise, you have my deepest sympathies. And he'll be respectful. I think he'll take his hat off and then He'll just kind of hold on to it.
Yeah. I thank you for your condolences. I haven't been getting them. Other people. Glances over to Abigail, who's still staring up at the ceiling, letting the water drip onto her forehead. She has
Morgan
not moved
quietly
an inch.
insulting. Morgan quietly insulting her while everyone else is in the other room.
So it's nice to hear. She continues to stir her pot.
Aggie's gonna go over to the broken table and just kind of like give it a looks over.
Oh, this table is beyond salvageable.
Oh yeah, no. Like, is it like broken, or is just the leg
You were
gone?
surprised that it was still standing whenever Morgan kicked it.
But now it's in pieces.
Oh, it is in shambles. Like basically,
Okay.
like you know that one GIF of like the guy hitting the ground and falling apart into a bunch of cubes. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Like she kicked the leg out from underneath it. It went and just exploded basically into splinters.
Agatha just kind of winces a little bit and kind of gives a glance at Abigail. I'm sorry about Morgan. I could try to make you a small one. Do you have any quorums against bone?
Huh? Oh, the table? I'll get a new one. Probably. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not.
I'll just.
Do I need a table? I don't think I do.
As she kind of sprouts on, he's gonna like kind of focus, and he will, like he'll slowly deploy his appendages, and they'll start like growing outward more as he like tries to use his appendages to create a small table, like a end table almost.
Morgan, who
Like
is leaned
forming
up
them
on the
into
wall.
like forming them into a
Roll
small
an
end table.
intelligence check.
Sure. 14.
Sure, you're able to make a small end table. It can fit a couple cups.
Morgan's like watching you do this, like you waste your energy on her.
No, that's fine. I need to practice this anyway.
Whenever...
When
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, when the table finishes, the appendage like disconnects from their like molding places like a 3D printer. And they'll slowly like retract into his back again and lay flat as he'll pull out his endless endless carton of milk and kind of start sipping from that.
So, whenever you're done, Abigail doesn't even look at what you've made, or even notice that you've made anything. She just stares up at the ceiling.
Does
See
she
what I
look like?
mean?
Does she look like she's enjoying having the water dropping on her forehead?
She doesn't look like she even feels it.
Does she look like she wants to?
What do you mean?
Just he's saying, can I do something to help her? Like it would matter.
If you would like to try, you may certainly do so. I do have a question though. Before
Yes.
you do so, Agatha, are you going to bring her attention to this end table?
Yeah, he'll be like, Miss Abigail, it's a little thing. It's finished. It should do nicely for a cup or two, maybe a small bowl.
You see her. She doesn't even look at you. She used to stare at the ceiling, but she does respond. Her response is, "Eh."
Look at the end table, you worthless waste of fucking space.
No, it's too much effort. That's why I haven't moved from this spot yet.
Can we leave now? She looks to you, Agathar.
He looks at Morgan's like, you're free to go back to the caravan, but I'm not leaving her side.
She points at she's like waving a hand at
Does this mean I get
Abigail.
another apprentice?
No, not.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not. I wasn't talking about you, Abigail. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank God.
I
Oh,
meant the Archmage.
okay. Whatever.
You've had the apprentice. Would you be opposed?
You don't want to apprentice under this thing.
I think my last apprentice cleaned a pot for me once.
Huh. Well, good thing I just cleaned the pot. So I guess I'm already starting.
Cool.
Morgan's just giving you like a sour look.
He just looks at her, that shrug. He's like trying to be nice to her, but he doesn't really know how to do it.
You see one of her arms ever so slightly lift up, and she makes like a little shooing motion. Go train with a dummy.
The Agathar's all like, I could clean your cups too if you want. And she's just like, sweet.
Score. He shrugs. He doesn't leave, but he just like hangs around.
That's all she does. She doesn't even acknowledge that you're still there. She's just
Yeah.
staring up, letting the water drip. Yeah, you were trying to do, Soren.
Oh, well, he was just watching the water dripping down on her forehead, and he just got this intrusive thought in his head that was just like, I could probably use this as a training utensil,
Go for
or
it.
utilize it for training.
What do you
What's
got in mind?
a water droplet? Like Chinese
just-
water torture?
Well, no, well, just like using shape water to just collect it into one spot, and then But I don't know if he would want to do that. It's just kind of like an ADHD intrusive thought that came to his head.
Okay.
But does he like? Has it already been stated like what Abigail's deal is, like why she's like this, or
No.
is it?
Morgan seems to know her.
I would also posit, very minor aside, none of you have asked the Archmage her name.
Yeah, Soren first.
She's the Archmage. That's all we need to know.
Her name is Archmage. Her first name is
John
Archmage.
Archmage.
Or yeah, her first name is Ark. Her last name is Mage. But Soren will break the silence and say, "Oh, by the way, I haven't introduced myself yet. Soren Wonderwind." And he holds his hand out for the Archmage.
She startles as you speak to her again. She turns and like, hi, I already knew your name.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you're Soren Wanderwind. That's Morgan Console Vaelyn. That's Arius, but goes by Agathar Fang. That's Francois Lilithelm. That's Vonnie Therible. Vonnie. Having to look up.
There's a
Bonnie
Vonnie Theonar. Sister to Vaelyn Theonar.
You're quite knowledgeable about us and have us at a disadvantage.
Someone's whispering in her ear.
More than just
quite the
one.
many. Yeah, quite the many of them. I would imagine.
Yeah, those above us and below us aren't ever really quite.
Is that typical of being an Archmage of the Divine?
From what my masters.
Sure, it's quite a lot to handle so suddenly.
I'm sorry if I startled you.
Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes I lose track of who's talking to me, shouting at another person.
Can I have your name?
Um, my name is Lorelai. Lorelai Oldegard. My master used to call me Lori.
Well, what would you like for us to call you?
She winces again. And, kind of, like, messes with her ear a little bit before continuing. Just Lori would be. Rely or whatever you call me, and she winces again and has to take a second to turn away from all clutching her head real quick. Massaging her temples as she slowly squats down to the ground and starts muttering to herself.
Thorin doesn't really do anything because he doesn't know what he can do at this point.
Yeah, Agathar just grimaces, but doesn't do anything.
Mori kind of hobbles in that direction with her staff. Ka-tub, ka-tub, ka-tub. Gives her a little poke with the head of her staff. You're clutching your head because of the volume.
She nods. But she doesn't say anything. You get the sense that she can't, that she couldn't even if she wanted to.
I don't know if what I can do could help an Archmage.
No, considering the cart. This is player. The cart blocks out divination spells
Doesn't
It
block out
does.
the sending spell.
because that's evocation.
It also doesn't.
Okay.
It also would not block out the voice of the gods. Or
Okay, I
death.
figured you would. Yeah, I figured maybe it would mute it a little bit, if that made sense.
It might.
Yeah.
Hey,
Agathar rubs the back of his neck. Well, I mean, maybe if we get her into the cart sooner rather than later, maybe the anti-divination glyphs in the cart maybe could help with the volume.
It's worth a shot. It would get us out of this wretched shamble of wood and spike.
I wouldn't really know how else to help her.
Lorelai stands up once more and shakes her head. They've quieted down now. Anything that... It's been overwhelming.
Well, I think maybe I can make some teacups to go, and then we can have our tea as we walk back to the cart. I just
Just-
hope.
Just make sure Abigail gets soup and tea. I haven't...
She doesn't.
I'm pretty. Really?
No.
Then why didn't
Well,
she
that's not-
object when I said I would make something for her?
Because she doesn't give a shit.
Well,
Last time I saw her willing to eat something, I think it was a pine cone.
Maybe we leave a little bit as a courtesy, you know?
You waste your efforts, but I will be the one to tell you no.
I think I can make something.
at this point in time, Lorelai nods her head and takes the soup off the fire, puts it onto like the floor. Now we need bowls. And she looks over to like the cabinets that are rotted open, that have like the one clean bowl that she's been using, and a bunch of filthy bowls that barely constitute as edible anymore or usable anymore. And you see her face sink a little bit, like, oh.
Why not just leave the soup for the wretch and we can make something edible back in the caravan?
The soup will
We
be
do have food
edible.
now.
The food will be. The soup is edible, Morrigan.
I see hemlock in there.
Oh, don't worry about the hemlock. It's safe. I purified it.
It wouldn't hurt her anyway.
Agatha sighs and like tries to start 3D printing bowls and like tea kettles. Or not tea
Sure.
kettles, like to go cups for this fucking tea.
Sure, you're able to 3D print some
Wait,
fucking
wait.
cups.
Wait! Morrigan turns, shuffles through her bag, and produces several cups with Theon's fucking face on them.
Oh no.
Oh,
No!
Here you go, and here's one for you. Here you go, lass.
Or are they printing this?
Shad, what is the percentage rate of them catching fire?
You'll have to roll a D100 and find out, Smile.
I wouldn't. He looks at Abigail, doesn't say anything, looks at the Archmage. I want to be careful with that cup. The cup is a little. It might catch fire.
Does mine catch fire?
Your cup does not catch fire. It does get it does get a little hot, but it does not catch fire.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? I have a sip of this stew. Is it any good?
The stew, it is actually very good. The flavors of the poisonous flowers, once purified, are actually kind of good, if not for being poisonous. But you don't feel your stomach clench up into knots. You don't feel yourself being poisoned. This soup has been purified.
Well, I'm not turning any greener.
It's a successful soup, I guess. Lorelai takes her mug, which does not set on fire, and gets some soup for herself and eats a little bit. And she'll take the bowl that she cleaned for herself and she'll dip that into the soup and get some for Abigail. And she'll move over to the bone-in table and set it down onto it. And she'll very gently reach out and shake Abigail. Yeah. I made you some soup if you... Oh. Cool. I'll eat it soon.
She says cool.
Maybe. Probably. Maybe
That
not.
is going to...
Chewing takes
Bold.
effort.
It's soup. You don't need to chew.
Huh? I don't need to chew? Oh. Then isn't it just a drink then?
Well, I mean, he's still 3D printing the next set of bowls. Well, I mean, unless it has like meat and potatoes in it, I guess you kind of have to chew it.
Lorelai takes the bowl and places it onto Abigail's chest, like onto her belly. Abigail. Huh? Why for you? She kind of like glances over at Lorelai and watches her for a moment before sighing. You're one of those types. Sure. I'll eat. Okay.
One of those times. What does that mean? Is he 3D prints a mug?
She
Why are you
slowly
printing things?
leans up and like takes the soup bowl and just like puts it to her lips and then opens her mouth wide and just slowly pours the whole bowl down her throat. Like, it spills pretty much everywhere. And like, but yeah, a good portion gets into her mouth. And like, some of it falls into her armor, like a potato bounces off of her shoulder plate and onto the ground, rolling a little bit. And then she kind of like and then she kind of like, puts the bowl back down and then swallows once. Yay.
Abigail's my spirit animal.
and then she flops back onto the bed.
Couch.
Oh, couch. Yeah, flops back onto the couch. He also made some tea for... No. Oh. I already
I'm
drank
amazed.
one thing.
I'm amazed you got her to do that much.
Lorelai shrugs. I mean, I've been able to get her to do a couple of things. Got
You must.
to chop potatoes once.
You're persistent.
She's one of those types.
Your worst enemy. Someone who cares about your worthless ass.
It's all she says.
Soren is genuinely
tongue.
curious. Go ahead, Francois.
Oh no, it's like she just bites her tongue. She's like, it's like, oh, she's one of those types, someone who cares about your worthless ass.
I was just saying that Soren is like really curious about what Abigail's deal is.
You can see Lorelai just kind of give Abigail a small smile before patting her armor, and the soup that spilled onto it is cleaned off, and it seems a little bit shinier, but it's still rusted to shit. And she pats her on the head. Thank you for guarding me. I was on a job. Okay, cool. Yeah. At which point, Lorelai just nods her head and stands up before leaving Abigail on the couch, still with the water dripping on her head. I'm ready to leave now, I suppose.
All right, good.
Well, let's get. We have a room waiting for you.
Hold on, I need to finish this bowl.
Thank you.
Why does it feel like
really
you're
hard.
constipated?
He's focusing really hard on this bowl. There's a bowl and a completed cup.
We leave and you've already made like a full set of utensils that no one's used.
Yeah, he's just at this point he's doing it. He's like, I didn't know I could do this. I want to write it out.
Vonnie will pick up Agathar and be like, let's go.
Wait, okay, goodbye, Miss Abigail. Yeah, he'll just hold his hands out to hold the bottom of the print as it's still going.
Morgan's just kind of hobbling out, leaning on her staff.
As she leaves, Soren will pick her up and just like kind of like
Hey,
then just kind of carry her.
I'm not a child. Stop carrying me places.
You're walking like you're one because you're so drunk, Maury.
I have a staff for just such an occasion.
Would you rather utilize a staff in your own energy, or are you willing to accept my help?
She just kind of goes limp. Dead weight, which isn't much weight for you.
Like he actually like pulls her into a tight hug, and goes, "That's what I thought," and continues walking to the cart.
Don't sass me. We head back home.
All right then. So you guys leave Abigail the Invulnerable's hut, and as everyone leaves the room, Lorelai is the last one to leave. Kind of gives Abigail a small frown of concern before fully.
Abigail the Invulnerable, more like Abigail the Unbotherable.
He's very likely.
And
I mean,
once everyone is
Everything
gone,
bothers me. Please stop.
and once everyone is gone, and the house is silent once again, Abigail simply continues to sit there and the water drip on her face. It was just another Tuesday.
it's Wednesday.
And everyone else, you go outside and make your way back to the cart. Eventually,
Thank God.
Getting inside.
Thank God we're out of that wretched place.
So, is she normally like that?
Yes, long as I have known her.
Did something happen to her to make her that way, is or is that just her?
Time did that to her.
I can see that actually.
She made a pact with the same thing in the Whitewoods.
He just nods while he's continuing to carry Morgan back to the cart.
Far as I know, which has took quite a lot of probing over the years, is Sabina's subordinate. She is her namesake, invulnerable, untouchable. It comes with quirks. You lose everything. Sense of touch, taste, smell.
Literal monkey's paw as he clips off the final mug.
So I'm assuming the invulnerable part also means time as well.
Her body is impenetrable to all things, physical and elemental, time included. She will be here when this place crumbles to dust and float ever on into the emptiness, as apathetic as she's always been. A worthless waste of space.
That seems a harsh way to word it.
It's very sad, honestly.
It's
She has all the potential and she does nothing with it.
well, it's a existence that's been on for decades. I sympathize with her a little bit.
Decades, centuries.
My master was the same in that couldn't die normal. Lorelai seems
Sorry. If my disdain for them was distasteful, I'm a little drunk.
no, it's fine. I understand. She winces.
I'm so tempted to have Soren reply to that with, and if I were able to get drunk, I'd be a tall drunk.
You'll be fine.
Eh?
Let my curiosity be in the better of me.
how much do you know about this?
Well, new enough to recognize you when I first came here. I also know that my fate is closely tied to yours. And from that, well, so much that I can know because of what they told me.
I see. Well, if you haven't been informed of it yet, but I am one of the linchpins for necromancy.
I know that.
Yeah, I figured, but I wanted to make sure.
Yeah. You see her kind of twitch a little bit.
I'm a fucking witch.
Yeah. Now.
Narrows her eyes at them and waves their staff. You tell me what I'll be. You get out of there.
Agatha like looks up at Vani. Can you put me down now, please?
Drops.
Thunk. There's a frame of Yamcha, and then he like stands back up.
It's
There's
Soren,
a
don't drop me like that.
there's the Soren. The Soren just goes, "Don't worry, I won't." As he glares at Vonnie for dropping Agathar.
What? You'll be fine.
Put me down. This is your opportunity to suplex them.
And Soren puts her down very slowly. So don't drop him again, please.
She sets down. The moment she sets down, she sloppily tries to grab for her flask, but just kind of ends up pawing at you.
It's been in his other hand the whole time.
I will take the fail token. Where is it? Oh, it's in lefty. No. Unfair.
So yeah, he basically scooped her up with his right hand while her flask was in his left hand. And it's been there since he took it.
Agathar, tell your man to give me back my booze.
Stop being a drunk.
I don't want to. That was the point of the booze.
You see,
you're not gonna get back.
you see Lorelai's hand retract from where it was going towards Morrigan.
You know, she notices and be like, points the staff at them. You don't you dare try and take my buzz from me.
I wasn't going to. I was going to offer. She kind of like closes in on herself a little bit. Winces.
Well, Agatha brushes himself off. Well, if you want, I can show you around the cart. I'm gonna let you should meet some other people. He will hobble out a little bit. He'll like set down his bag, say something into it. As one at a time, the girls will roll out of the bag.
It's gonna scare the poor girl.
Well, she's been traveling with us for a week, so she's gonna have to know. They'll roll out and slowly assemble, trying to be as non-threatening as possible. And they'll do a little curtsy. At least Belle will.
So,
Anna will give her a little bow.
So Lorelai watches these two undead from the nightmares of her existence form before her eyes, and you see her quiver a little bit, and she's like, I knew that they were there, but bigger than I thought.
Belle, it's just we've grown a lot.
Father adds bones to us every day.
We eat our calcium because Father told us we will grow big and strong.
Is that where all the milk is going?
Yeah.
He has a carton of endless milk, so no.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard. She twitches a little bit, and like you can see her right hand twitch as well.
Mm-hmm.
Roll an insight.
Sure.
Want to cast Dispel
Yeah,
Evil?
what the cast? Yeah.
Try, must resist. Turn undead.
Anyone else who would like to roll insight may
Yeah,
certainly do so
man.
as well.
Just please.
I'll have disadvantage on that for my drunkenness. Booski, 8, better than Aggie.
All right.
Yeah,
So
true.
15 and 20, the both of you get a sense that she heard a voice very loudly shout, and she almost complied with it.
To take it that the cart's a natural
With
disposition
with the
to
8 and the
block
7, no,
Mhm.
nothing from that. But
Oh, fair
yeah,
enough.
no.
Stop sticking it up.
That's right. I don't notice.
I'll,
too busy
I'll,
being
I'll
drunk.
let I'll let Renswan and Bonnie react if they want to.
So, why do you keep looking to the left and right?
Different voices speaking.
I assume because you can hear the gods, right? Or gods and can you hear demons, devils, or I guess gods below? What can you hear?
I can hear all above and below and in between. Ones in between don't speak often, but they do. He shudders.
Yeah, I can. I wonder if they speak about. I guess we can ask them about Doug.
He scratches his chin, muttering to himself.
That's the last thing you want to do.
I believe the between may be someplace we would rather let continue to be mute.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You see her visibly shudder and squeak a little bit. Yeah, maybe don't mention them again.
Okay. Well, Bell here, he motions to Bell, really loves to play chess. So if you want to play a couple of games, I'm sure she would absolutely love to play with you. Or if you don't know how to learn, she is quite the excellent teacher.
Wendy just like shows up from around the corner, like a dog who heard the word treat. Chess, no chess. Chess, no chess. Chess, no chess. Aww.
Aw.
Um, she nods. Some chess would be fine.
Oh, we'll get the board set up. And she'll stomp. She can't help but stomp her way to the dining table, and she'll start like she'll like pull out 3 different sets of chess and then take like 5 minutes going through them to decide which one she wants to use, and then she'll set up.
All right. Have Belle roll a intel.
Okay.
She has advantage
is-
because she's chess practice. No,
That's
she has
true.
proficiency. She has
is-
proficiency.
Yeah, she has proficiency. Straight or with advantage still?
Straight.
Okay. Woo!
Oh ho!
Best game of her life.
Yes. So it's one of those things of like during the chess game, you can see Lorelai is visibly she's visibly twitching
Mm-hmm.
and constantly looking up and looking up into the left and then up into the right, and then like indecisively making a move and then cringing, and then having to repeat that same process for the entire chess match, as it seems as if she has more than a couple backseat chessers in her mind. She loses very handily.
Yeah.
Not because there isn't a god out there that could beat Belle in chess, but because there are too many cooks in the kitchen, so
Yeah.
to speak.
Yeah. Don't worry. Get to the end of campaign. Bella's going to ascend as the god of chess, or or goddess of chess, I should say.
There's gonna be an Archmage of chess.
Yeah, the Archmage of chess.
But of course, whenever the match is completed, Lorelai extends her hand outwards, all the same, and says, "That was a good game." Which is again, thank you for the match.
Of course. Would you like to play again?
And she will like reach out her hand, almost like I can imagine with her point of view. It looks like the hand is just gonna like fucking grab her, but she will
Command grab.
gingerly, literally the emote I fucking spam all the time. Fucking this. She will gingerly take her hand, and she will very softly shake it.
I'm gonna have to make a roll for her.
And Divine Smite.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well, being an Archmage, it'll be improved Divine Smite, so...
Yeah. No, it's
So,
instant.
for a second there, she winces,
Mhm.
but very gently shakes Belle's hand up and down once before quickly retracting it.
Mhm.
And you see her kind of like clenching that hand close to her chest, kind of like muttering to herself.
Is it possible to hear the mutterings?
Sure, roll a perception.
Since Belle is right there, can I use Belle?
Sure, if you want.
Alright, cool. Her perception's way better than Agathar's. Still rolled an 8 though.
14. Okay. You hear from you hear she would hear from her. So she muttered under her breath. She mutters under her breath. No, 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 no. We're not going to cleanse it. We're going to destroy it. It's Belle. She's nice. She's nice.
It's a nice skeleton.
Belle's head tilts a little bit, but gives a gentle nod, and she will just stand up in a non-Belle faction of... Actually, let me make a wisdom check for her. In a non-Belle fashion, she doesn't ask for another game. She just softly nods, and she'll stand up and she'll pack away the chest, and she'll look at her and say,
I'll give you some space. It seems like you need it.
and she will pack up very neatly, OCD-like, and then she'll she'll head off, bugging other people for games.
You play Drunk Mori. Finally, a worthy opponent.
Bring it.
She nods her head very politely. Of course. Sorry.
It's okay. Not a lot of people like me.
There's some to do. It's just the ones that don't are a lot louder.
I understand.
I think you're nice, though. She winces.
Oh. Thank you. That's nice.
She ponders for a long time.
Yep. And with that, unless you guys want to interact with Lorelai a little bit more, you may certainly do so. If not, then well, art goes along
Where are we headed next?
to the necropolis.
Yeah, to the undead outpost,
Yes.
and then the necropolis. But yeah, Aggie is just gonna like tell everybody like I talked with Dralam. She is currently in Celeste helping the front. She'll be able to pick up Lorelai in a week.
Whoa. Do we want to try and do something about the voices in that one's head?
I'm not sure what we could do.
Shrugs. I don't know if I'm strong enough, but we aren't particularly far from the birchwood.
Like asking, what is your master in the Birchwood, or is that the Whitewood?
The birchwood, the whitewood, they all carry the same connotation. It is Sabina's forest.
I mean, I don't know if making deals with her will be beneficial, but I don't know what to expect. Obviously, it's not going to come free.
No, often nothing does.
Yeah, but the price for it is probably going to be pretty high.
Shrugs a bit. Yeah, but you've got me, your faithful students.
I feel more comfortable with you attempting some witchcraft to at least lower the volume. I don't know if I trust your master.
I could certainly give it a shot, but I can block out creatures, some fiends and other hags and such, but I don't know if gods are on the list of things I can actively protect against.
Well, maybe the fiends and the devils, maybe that would help. It kind of seems like she's also able to communicate with the high-end ones.
It is again determined on how strong they are. I maybe could dull a pit fiend to a whisper, but anything above that, and they aren't going to pay much mind to what words I could display. Not as I am.
It's worth a shot, right? I mean, you can take some time to sober up and then do it, but
Sober up. Why do I do that?
so you can focus on witchcraft.
He kind of just like burbles her lips, like, it'll be fine.
His nose, his muzzle scrunches a little bit.
And it does that sort of like sniffle, like someone who's had a little too much. Just like, I get to work. I'm gonna go. Turns around, stumbles a bit. Oh, okay.
He lets out a long sigh. Well, great. I want to see what I can do with this crafting thing. I have some ideas. And he will did Soren go to his room, or is he hanging out in the living room?
He's probably hanging out in the living room, still having his hand on Maury's flask.
Okay, he will go to Soren and not elaborating, climb up him and sit on his lap, and then I think he'll deploy his appendages, and I think he's gonna try to start printing shit just to see how much he can get out. Like essentially start training to see how much and how fast he can make something.
Some My Hero Academia training.
Yeah, a little bit.
With what's her face? So you gotta eat more, man. Like you better have that whole carton of milk tipped up.
Oh yeah, no, he's got a straw.
Big cheeks, just
Big gulp print. Big gulp print.
Yeah, the moment he sits down on Soren's lap, Soren just like wraps his free arm around him and pulls him close and goes, "Well, hey there, Muffin.
Hi, honey bun.
What you doing?"
Well, I made a table, out kind of spur of the moment, and I want to see
what else I can make? If I can make like instant cover for me, that would really help out with fighting out in the open. Because it was
Right.
very frustrating. I couldn't hide anywhere when we were fighting those golems because it was barren. I want to see what I can make, you know?
I mean, when did you start being able to do that?
Well,
I don't remember.
well, for a long time. It's something I picked up because I used Glyph so much. It kind of just became inherent. It's the bones I'm familiar with. I can kind of mold them to my will. So I'm molding these bones and making something of my imagination. So hopefully I can turn this into something.
You know, I've learned a little something myself, and I'm trying to use it as much as possible for the same reason. Is he currently drinking milk at the moment?
He definitely has it out and ready.
Does shape water work on milk?
Yes.
Okay, then he's going to like make like a quick gesture with his right hand, and what's the milk in? Is it the endless decanter of milk?
Yeah, it's literally the endless carton of milk.
He basically goes like, well, if you don't mind me getting a little bit of practice in myself, he does a gesture with his right hand, and a like wad of milk just comes out of the decanter, and he goes, just let me know when you want it, hon.
Ooh. Okay.
The scribbling intensifies.
And he just kind of he like makes like a beckoning gesture with his finger, and it moves closer to his face.
Agathar stares at Sword for a moment.
I'll be completely honest, I didn't think this would work.
Well, it sure is working. Several things are working for me.
Care to elaborate on that?
No.
He smiles.
Maybe I'll have to just figure it out later.
Yeah, you will. I could use a shot now.
And he'll finish printing a small little teacup.
And Soren like crooks his finger in, and it sails over Agathar's head and into Soren's mouth, and he picks out another one from the decanter and puts it into Agathar's mouth.
Yeah, I was about to say, you jerk!
Well, it's endless, right?
Yeah, you tricked me.
And out of nowhere, behind Soren, he feels two arms wrap him up into an embrace as Soifeng hugs him.
Can she be
Yes.
seen? I'm assuming she can be seen, right?
No, she can be seen.
Okay. He's kind of startled by this because she doesn't do this often, so he looks back at her and just kind of like he sets the flask down on the table, like in the middle of the table, and like just puts his left hand on Soifeng's forearm. Just kind of like a gentle touch.
Thank you for walking downstairs shirtless that one time. He disappeared.
Can Agathar set some chemistry going on?
What do you say?
Is it, can Agathar set some chemistry going on?
Roll insight, sure.
Absolutely not.
No.
He doesn't say it. I was like, oh, that was really nice of her.
Like this, if she says that aloud, Soren just replies with, "Well, you were right. It was really funny."
Wait, that was her idea?
Oh, it was. He says with a smirk.
You two are the best.
Well, you deserve the best. And he clutches him close again, and lifts and like magically lifts another wad of milk out of the decanter.
Cobalt snuggles.
All right. With that in mind, Francois, do you have anything you want to do? Anyone you want to talk to, chat to?
A bunch of fucking boy kissers.
Is it someone that I want to talk to, or someone that Rensois wants to talk to?
You.
Either or.
Yes.
I think it would be funny to bump into Lavina.
Okay. Boy howdy. Boy howdy. All right then. So, Francois, as you're kind of like, looking for, I'm gonna say you're looking for Neatal. You round a corner and bump into a pink fluffy chest as Lavina stares down at you. Oh, hello there, sugar. She smiles a bit too wide. The big heart-shaped fluff on her chest feeling like a fluffy little pillow that you rested your head upon. How are you doing?
Excuse me.
Well, hold on now.
I have-
Why you gotta squeeze on past me like this? We just met once again.
I mean, you live here now, sort of.
Oh, you're right. Kinda, at least until I find a more appropriate home. But I haven't had time to thank you or any of my other saviors. Would you happen to know a way I could thank you? She grins, bats her eyes, eyelashes fluttering.
I mean, typically the words "thank you" will suffice.
Oh, but you saved me from more than just a prison. You saved me from a life of slavery where people made me run in place up and down real long until I sweated a bunch and they took that sweat off me.
Right. Uh, uh, have you seen Neatal, perchance?
Oh, Miss Half and Half? No, I haven't seen her.
I see.
I put her in my coffee and she disappeared.
I get so very
although I will
thirsty.
although I will say I did meet her once before. I offered to give her a little sugar and she said no. And I was real heartbroken about it, but you know, it happens. What's a girl to do sometimes?
Right. She just kind of stands there awkwardly.
Hmm? Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted to get past me, did you?
Yeah, I was trying to find Neatal.
Oh, all right then, sugar. I suppose I can let y'all by. She then kind of like presses her chest into your face and then slowly kind of like pushes you backwards and out of the hallway. And then she slides around you and to your right and then removes her chest from your face. Sorry about the extra contact, sugar, but you were in the way.
She just frowns. Didn't you make yourself smaller when we were there?
No, couldn't have been me. I'm larger than life.
Just inciting the fuck out of that.
Go ahead. Insight of 18. You get the sense she forgot she could, and she's sweating bullets trying to play off the fact that she forgot.
Right.
Okay, look.
Word of advice,
Hold on.
sugar.
I'll
Maybe don't lie, especially when it's obvious.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I forgot I could. I never got to use that feature very much.
I'm surprised. I would think that with whatever it was that they were doing, that they would do all kinds of weird things with seeing what all it was you could do.
I mean,
Or is it simply just as simple as bigger means more sweat?
yes, that
That
was what it was.
sounds even weirder out loud.
Yeah, I know, sugar. It was just as weird for me. I was in the situation. I was living it.
You didn't seem all that perturbed when we arrived.
Well, of course I'm not all that perturbed. I'm not designed to be. I'm just a happy little accident. Miles.
You know what? Fuck it. She's inciting that too.
Go ahead.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You do get the sense this woman can only feel a very small range of emotions by design.
She kind of turn and look to her and just kind of like, that seems unnecessary. Cruel even, perhaps.
Well, sugar, what need is there for sadness if it makes you too sad to work out more? That's at least the way boss explained it to me.
I'm sure. For they can give you, sentience, but only restrict half of it. It's hardly sentience at all.
Well, just because I think and feel differently doesn't mean I'm not sentient now, do it?
Well, I'm saying more on their end than yours, but that's,
Oh? Well, if and it makes
the
you...
old saying of, what is light without darkness, and any myriad of similar philosophical adages.
Oh. Well, if and it makes you feel any better, at least you didn't meet none of my sisters. Those girls would just try to gobble you up. Never once tried to say a word.
What made you different?
I was the first. Prototype. A bad batch, they called it.
So they never intended for you to be able to think.
Oh, no, sugar. Things are much better to control when they don't have no thoughts at all. When their head's just an empty little place to racket things around in.
Pardon if this sounds callous, but if that's the case, why didn't they simply dispose of you?
Well, I'm thinking that was the intention. At least until my sisters all died. Then they had to keep me around. At least one batch of them did. I don't know about the others.
Right. So just a tool of convenience then.
They like my sweat for what it does to folks.
She will let out a deep sigh and just start rubbing the bridge of her nose. You know, every time I feel like I can't possibly hate him any more than I already do, he always finds a way to prove me wrong.
Oh, sugar, trust me, if I had the capacity for hatred, I'd be feeling it right about now, too. So what's it like to hate someone?
It's a question for Morgan.
It is like the strongest of coffees. It fuels me. I think she'll be taken aback for a bit of just kind of like never really thought to have to explain what hatred feels like. She kind of looks down. She's just like, it's like a stirring, almost like. She'll pause a moment. Are you able to get sick?
No, not conventionally.
What is that? Just unconventionally?
Yes. They have to give me a sickness that I ain't had yet. Then I can get sick for sure, sugar. But afterwards, I can't get sick from it ever again.
Okay, but you've at least experienced the feeling of sickness. It's one less thing I have to describe.
Of
Hatred
course,
is-
sugar.
It's almost like that. It's like a sickness, only not of the body, of the soul. The thought of that person or that thing just makes like a deep part of you feel wrong and upset, and you can almost sometimes feel a bile rise in the back of your the, the thought of
Oh.
your.
That's a good description.
And in more ways than one, it can be a sickness, one that you let control your life, and even when you find something good, you let that hatred, that sickness build up, and you let it destroy everything that you had, everything that you could have had.
Hmm. You know,
And even when others try and cure you and pull you away from that sickness, it continues to fester.
oh. See, you're talking about someone else, aren't you, sugar?
She sort of, her eyes snap up from where she'd been staring at a seemingly very interesting spot on the floor. As she kind of snaps back to focus. A flicker of surprise at first before she'll kind of, you know, put on a calm sort of mask. Perhaps. I'm going to keep looking for Neatal.
But hold on now, sugar, before you head off. I want you to know that I appreciate you taking the time to tell me about anger. And that I'd appreciate it if you took the time to tell me about other emotions later when you get the time to do so.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe we'll find someone who can unlock. I don't know if that would be the right term.
Well, I don't know if I can unlock them, but I think I'm somewhat familiar with hatred. It's a bit like love, darling. It can eat you up from the inside if you ain't careful. Consumes everything you could ever be and makes you all that you think that other person wants you to be. She leans down close. She stares deep into your eyes with her own pink irises. That's the kind of love I felt for Master. I don't feel that love for him no more. I guess he's fallen out of favor for me, but there was a time where I would have done anything for that man. Anything,
Yeah, well.
dearie.
Yeah, well, you're better off forgetting about him.
Oh, I'm sure. I'd much rather have you in command of me instead, sugar. She gives you a wink.
She does not rise to the bait at all, just impassive.
Oh, phooey. Ain't gonna take my bait? Well, fine then. I'll just sashay away and show you a little taste of what you've been missing anyway. She turns around and sashays away. Regardless of whether you're actually looking or not.
She does not. She will roll her eyes and turn away and continue looking for Neatal.
You hear very vague, you hear very soft from the distance. Oh, phooey, she didn't even watch me leave.
Bitch.
I'll get one of the nervous ones.
But no,
We'll go find that little kobold.
that little kobold
I hear
now.
he's got an open invitation.
Agathar's danger sense suddenly goes off.
Now that little kobold might be real fun to play with instead. Has cute reactions.
Agathar's head whips up. Soren, protect me.
I would think like what would happen there is like she's walking forward, then all of a sudden Rensoir's just in front of her, being like, "No, don't." Just like no noise, no movement, just instantaneous, just instant transmissions right in front of her.
Just like, I have another question. You can't feel hatred. Can you feel fear?
No, sugar, I wasn't programmed with that.
Let me
Shame.
Fix
So with that, you're able to easily go and run and find Neatal easily enough. However, I do have a question. Bonnie, are you back?
Doesn't seem like it.
No. Okay.
Big oof.
Well, who wants the spotlight now?
I don't have anything planned, but I can goof around.
Don't worry, okay?
I mean, Morrigan obviously gave up on getting her flask bath, but she was like, "Fools on you! I've got plenty of alcohol in this place." But after hearing like Agathar's suggestion to like try and see if there's anything I can do for the Archmage, she goes fiddling around some of her supplies with what looks like a little bottle of some kind of alcohol with the cork kind of hanging from her teeth as the bottle's still attached to it, and she's kind of like pulling through beads and thread in a box she has in her room, looking as if somebody ran through it and just like tossed everything around.
All right.
And she pulls up a couple of like ingredients, stuffs them in the bag, and comes stumbling out of her room back towards
Lorelai.
Yeah, you go snag Lorelai.
All right. You see that she's still seated in the living room area, twitching a little bit every now and then, with people giving her ample space, but less so because they're like afraid of her or something like that, but more so to just kind of like, let her accommodate, let her acclimate to the new surroundings. But when she spots your approach, she smiles. Hi. Her eyes flick left, and then she frowns. Sorry.
I am certain no one speaking to you has good things to say about me.
One person does.
I'm certain they're just wonderful.
He
You want
gives her a pained smile.
Yeah, there was very clearly Mori was being drunkenly sarcastic.
Yes.
I have a thing or two I could try to see if I can muffle some of those voices. I can't guarantee anything if your assumptions on the sources are correct. Is that the thing you want?
Yes, please.
Gauntlets off, then. I need flesh to work with.
Sure. Although, are you, are you, are you attached to... No, I already know the answer. You are.
Several.
You're gonna want my left hand, then. And she slowly reaches over to her gauntlet and unbuckles it and pulls it off to reveal a hand that is pale white with dark fingernails.
She kind of like sloppily grabs her by the wrist and pulls the hand towards her. And she pours out a bunch of spindles and thread, beads and gems across the table. There are a few dried fingers and claws. Alrighty, let us see what I can do for you.
Would you rather be sober for this?
He's kind of like does a sort of like shrug with a scrunched up face. It'll be fine.
Okay. Just don't touch my hand directly, please.
Kind of looks at them deadpan. Why?
Because the last time my left hand directly touched something, it withered away.
Oh, you got the Aggie hands. Okay.
Oh,
Special touch.
no, this hand does. I don't know what an Aggie hand is, but this hand is, well, you know how divinity is. Right hand of the gods and left hand of the devils.
Oh, he gave me the hellspawn hand. Ooh, I know who loves me. As she's weaving something, pulling out a couple of twigs and kind of like fashioning a sort of rudimentary dream catcher, weaving a gem or two in and looking back between what she's doing and then at her. This start long before or after being crowned the new, what you call it?
Let's just say I knew the minute my master
Recent then. Makes sense. You're still jumpy.
I've had time to acclimate to them speaking, but some are louder than normal.
You see, like, Morrigan, like, pulls something, and he just pulls out, like, a crisp dagger with a quick, like, flourish, and then hands it to her. Blood.
She very gingerly takes the blade and pricks her thumb, and you see this black Icarus blood ooze out of her thumb.
Kind of, like, narrows her eyes at it, looks at the thread she has, and then kind of just stuffs it away. And goes sifting through some more of her spindles before she grabs something else and pulls a long strand from it before she runs it across the droplet of blood, soaking the thread before adding it to the dream catcher.
You watch as the wound that was once there is gone all of a sudden.
Yeah, she's barely paying attention to that. Let's see. Birthstone.
He thinks for a bit.
When were you born? Month, year.
When I see Amethyst, February.
Shuffles around, finds like a little like busted up amethyst bead and adds it to the dream catcher. Looks at her again, narrows her eyes at her head. Is your hair going to attack me too?
She shakes her head. It shouldn't. Do you need a strand?
Yeah, you just see like her like whip like kind of swish a hand as a pair of like little scissors that look like a bird kind of like snip a bit of her hair and bring it over to her.
She yips. Ah!
Gosh.
Sorry, it was just a bit sudden is all.
Yeah. Drunkenly mumbling as she threads these strands of hair into it.
You are incredibly drunk.
Little bit.
Do you drink like this often?
Kind of sniffles and looks up to her. And then just goes back to what she's doing and doesn't really answer.
You see her eyes shift upright, then up left, then upright, then up left.
I don't want you to tell me about my life if they're telling it to you.
Sorry. I'll not say anything.
Everyone else has at this point. She seems to like grab like she's like bites into a strand of some kind of like thin leather cord as she kind of tugs it back for tension, and then ties a loop and finishes the shoddily made circle with the web in the middle. You ever see like scientists where they like drug spiders and have them weave webs?
Yes.
It's kind of like Morrigan right now.
Okay. Are you holding it out to her?
No.
Okay.
She's kind of looking at it like it's incomplete. Oh, it's missing something. What is it? Snapping her fingers.
You see her kind of like go to say something, but then she flinches as what seems to be a chorus speak to her instead.
Oh, right. I need blood from the other hand, unless you want just one side muffled.
That would be nice. She slowly takes her gauntlet and slips it back onto her left hand before she unhooks the one on her right and pulls it open to reveal a perfectly normal looking human hand with golden fingernails instead of black ones, ink with the flush of life. We need to use the same crisp blade, or do we need to use a different one?
And she looks at her blade. Is there any blood left on it?
There is.
She kind of draws the blade to her as it floats over, and she kind of lifts it and then gives it a quick swish through the air as the blood's kind of just evaporates off of it. It doesn't matter, but it's clean at least enough.
You see her twitch a little bit, but then nod. Mm-hmm. She looks over to the speck of black blood that you flicked onto the wall as it sizzles and then stops sizzling.
She like prestied it.
Oh, pressing it. Okay, then never mind.
Yeah,
never mind, never mind.
that was
It
just a flourish of how she did. It was a flick of her
Gotcha.
hand. Did she prick her other hand?
And as you do so, this hand reveals golden blood.
Stares at it, looks through her thread, looks for it, looked through it a couple of times, like,
Sorry. Blood of the
Don't deal-
angels, right?
I think I have gold in there somewhere. She pulls out like a sparse spool with like just an itty bitty amount of like golden thread. Yeah, I never bought very much of it. She like pulls off what must be like maybe 4 inches of thread, like not very much. As she draws it across the blood and absorb it into the thread.
The remaining blood slithers back inside the wound, and it seals shut.
All right. She starts weaving it in through the network of like threads that interlink to make a sort of web. It's got like a weird asymmetrical charm to it. It's not like it's all loose threads, but it's definitely like it's sparse on one side, heavy in another. Gems and dried bones are weaved in with it, and there's that black thread and that gold thread that sort of interweave at the center where the amethyst is.
Roll for me a witchcraft check, which is a spell ability check with proficiency.
Okay, let's see here.
You have advantage, which cancels out the disadvantage you would have normally.
I am going to give myself a 16, which gives me a 25.
Right then. 25. Easy. As everything clicks into place, you see this relief pass over her face. Then like a couple tears spill down the corners of her eyes, just like, oh, they're much quieter. There's far less of them. Oh, they're so.
She hands them the dream catcher. Is as fragile as an eggshell. So should be your calm. Protect this idol with your life if you wish to remain with this peace I've given you.
She nods her head emphatically and very gingerly takes the item. You have just stopped anything below a CR of 15 from contacting her.
Yeah, so she kind of like licks her lips, is like, lovely. I'm going to drink. She gets up, wobbling.
She holds my hand. Wait, hold on, please.
Why?
I want to thank you for what you've done.
I don't want your thanks.
Well, you may not want it, but I still feel I have to give it to you.
You're welcome.
All right, then. You're welcome. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh.
She gets up and falls off the stool onto her ass with a cackle, as the chair comes sailing down with her on the side as she's just laughing up at the ceiling.
Lorelai's like, oh shit, or sorry, oh my. She hasn't heard. She's like, oh my, and she stands up and like slowly pulls the chair off of Lorik and tries to help her up.
She looks happy.
So yeah, she'll very gently help you up, and just give you a pat on the back. She's very careful not to use her exposed right hand, though. But with her gauntleted left one, she does pick you back up and pat you on the shoulder.
Happy to help. Sure.
Yeah. Thank you. I doubt I'll forget this kindness.
I will.
though-
She tries to stumble away.
Oh, okay. Goodbye. Yes.
She gets pretty far away as she bonks her head on like a countertop. Like, Gah! Who put this here? Oh yeah.
Lorelai looks concerned. And Vani, question, buddy, we bring the scene to you. Who are you talking to? What do I do? Remember what happens if you don't pick someone.
He picks one for you.
Shad
And
breaks your door down and
be the
fills you with
pink
the
thing again.
Ugh.
I love the shudder.
He doesn't even get a nah off. The door just breaks down, and we just hear gunshots from Vaelyn's mic.
I know, right? Check something.
Checking some.
Hmm. Above game. I'm not sure if I'm remembering correctly.
Uh-huh.
It didn't. As long as we had the Archmage, Lucas didn't give a shit.
Yes.
Did I miss anyone doing a sending spell or no?
No.
No.
So Dralam at least knows that we have her.
Yes.
I did
Alright.
witch stuff.
Alright, yeah. I forgot to grab my phone, so I didn't really have access to hearing anything.
That's fine. No one has sent the sending spell to Lucas yet.
Yeah. Well, you already know. Sending spell to Lucas.
Uh-huh. What are you gonna say to the boy?
We got your bitch.
Hey, fucker. Hey, fucker.
Stop.
Sorry, what did you say?
God, Archmage, stop.
Hey, fucker. We got the child, I want to say. I don't give a shit.
Where my brother at?
Give us back my brother. Now.
What an awful way to start a conversation, man. But also,
First
it's
two.
Lucas, so fuck him.
Okay.
Got 25 words and you decided to use the first two on "Hey fucker."
Hey, fucker.
You
Very
know what?
appropriate.
Words well spent.
Words well spent.
They were words well spent. I'm gonna lie about that one.
I'll fucking do it again. I have 3 more.
All right, so, the response you get is simply is this. Oh, really? Well then, you won't mind stepping outside your little cart of divination protection so I can see for myself you have the Archmage.
Everyone's generally in the common area.
As
I mean,
far as you
Morgan
know.
is for a little longer.
Agatha's wherever Soren is, so I would assume we're still out in the living room.
You guys are in Soren's room?
Are we?
Making a joke.
I
Just
thought we
making
were. I thought we were at the. Oh,
I thought you were still in the common area.
yeah. Soren's still like doing. Here comes the airplane with wads of milk into Aggie's mouth.
Ribbon's throwing up in the corner because it's 2.
Except the milk is actually flying here.
The milk is the airplane.
Riven
He uses it
is
to shape it into an airplane.
Riven is literally just shaking his head back and forth like that one guy in the Happy Gilmore film.
Those... Louise says, those boys ain't right.
Damn boy kissers.
Something's off. I can feel it.
Anyway, so Vonnie, you're coming down, right?
Yep.
There's a gift for you guys.
Alright. So, seeing as how it seems like I'm the only one who decided to think about this, who's ready for potential fights?
What do you mean by that?
The current wad of milk that Soren has elevated over the table, just on the table.
Who are we beating up this time?
You hear from the corner. Oh, thank God, that's over with.
Agatha looks over, huh?
You don't need to watch.
Potentially Lucas, depending on what happens.
Oh,
Just
fuck
needs
him
to
up.
He just needs to confirm.
Oh.
Lorelai around here?
She
Over
waved from the
there?
corner of the room.
Alright, come on. He just needs visual. I don't know how. Probably scrying. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should.
Breaks off his
Look at you,
Whatever.
uppity.
breaks off the thing, and then he'll hop off Soren's lap. Lucas knew of your master. Apparently, they were pretty close, so it doesn't surprise me. He wants to make sure you have been under correct care.
Okay.
I think he just wants to see for himself.
Who's Lucas?
Oh, Archmage of Enchantment.
Bastard.
About the point in time you answer, you see her head cringe a little bit, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I know now."
Yeah,
If-
he's
The fuck, boy.
yes, that thing. But unfortunately, he is currently more valuable alive than dead.
You say that. I
Yes,
still
I
think
do
otherwise.
How much evidence in talking with do you need to believe us about the things we've talked about?
What?
Just slow blinks.
We talk about that if he dies, a lot of people go with him, and that he's needed for whatever the fuck is coming. For whatever reason, the Archmages are being gathered. Whatever it is, they're gathering for a reason. And it's better if we don't get the group at a weaker disadvantage.
Speaking of which, I was wondering, where's my ring that I was supposed to get?
Bottom of the necropolis.
We haven't. We were in the area. We decided to get you first, but we are on our way to get it now.
Oh, okay.
I would imagine. Well, considering Dralam is going to take a week to get here, you're, if it's okay with you, you're going to have to stay with us, or at least inside the cart where it's safe.
My master often talked about wanting to do something with the necropolis to cleanse it, but she twitches. People never allowed her to. So I want to help.
We kind of have a plan for that. I wouldn't call it cleanse, but
We'll figure it out as it goes.
there's a lot of context. We know several ancient necromancers who ran a necropolis. Oh no, not necropolis.
A necrocracy.
That thing. Yes.
Hmm.
A potential Anka. We know her pretty well. She was. If she becomes the ruler of this
An empress who defied
country-
death
Yes, she's
and
very
was
familiar with.
resurrected.
Yep. She could probably deal with the necropolis, if not use it for greater good.
You see her kind of like look uncomfortable.
It's a hard sell, I understand, but if anybody has a chance of figuring out the necropolis's inner workings, it would be her, or at least her brother, Rainier.
Then I would still like to come to make sure they do a job.
This would be tough. Can Agathar Insider? Is it about a sensing of trying to finish what her master started, or is it about trust?
Roll an insight.
16.
Mixture of both.
He nods softly. Well, I suppose I don't have a problem with it. I would rather see you safe, but I guess going headlong into the necropolis, I guess you get to flex some new muscles you just earned, so.
I don't know for sure. I was never
I guess.
properly trained. I just started learning the sword.
Oh, well, we have many people that you could practice with. He nudges Soren and smiles.
Soren smiles too, and he goes, "I've recently come into possession of a few, shall we say, talents that I'm trying to get to the bottom of." And he holds up his right hand, which has the Transmutation Archmage's ring on it.
Yeah, I see. You've all
I
got
wouldn't mind.
talents.
And there's a paladin whispering in my ear.
Yeah. I know Veronica.
Well, you know of her.
She nods.
He nods. Well, that's a conversation for later. We should get Vaelyn back.
Yes, and it occurs to you guys that should Renswan not be here for this as well?
Is it ch-ldr-n?
Yeah.
Renswan went looking for Neatal.
Oh, true.
I'll go
Sure.
get her.
This is at the same time.
Don't worry, okay? You're able to find Neatal easily enough. She's in the training room area. Just downstairs from the main area. Currently testing some dagger tossing. Once she notes you're there, she turns around like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Did things go well with the Archmage?"
Well, we have her. So, I guess good enough.
That's good. Means you can get your brother back.
That's the hope.
So, how do you think he's gonna want to do it?
Who? Lucas?
She nods.
No idea. With Lucas, it could go anyway.
She walks over to where you are and Places a hand on your shoulder. Gonna be okay?
It'll be better when he's back.
Want me to be there? Whenever this meeting happens.
I want as many people with me as possible when Lucas is involved.
She nods her head. Want me to get the gang together?
Yeah. Yeah, the whole gang. Everyone. Maybe, just accidentally, a show of numbers will prevent him from doing anything stupid.
You want me to get that Cinder guy
Well-
too? Maybe Amalia as well?
She like looks contemplative at the idea of bringing him up.
You broke up a little bit there.
She kind of looks contemplative at the thought of like, should we bring Amalia?
Should we bring
Will that
Cinder?
potentially make things worse? Just make sure you're there.
She nods her head and gives you a mock salute. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Now, why don't we answer on this point in time? Morgan, you would come down the stairs looking for Rensois.
Yeah, he's kind of comes to like the first landing down there, kind of wobbling against her staff. Hey, old ass is meeting. Hey, Luke. Stairs.
Wait, now already?
Hey, Vanny called him with the head magic.
God damn it, Vonnie.
This is the angriest they've seen her.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. It's her brother, so I don't really blame her.
I want him back too. To get him figured out. Tasty's bad though.
Yeah. She'll pat Rensois on the back. I'm gonna go get Eloise and the others. And she makes her way
Right.
to the stairs and up them.
Yeah, meet you downstairs.
She nods. Well, we're already downstairs, Rensois. We're going upstairs.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
She winks. Of course I do. Then she sprints up the stairs, leaving you friggin' alone for.
Right, lead the way.
Oh. Right. This way.
Just kind of sniffs at the air. Your nose crinkling at the strong smell of alcohol. You sure you don't need to be carried up the stairs?
I fell all the way down here on my own.
No, that's down.
I'm a wizard. I can fall up too.
She scrunches her nose at you. Fine. I took care of a few of those big golem things, half sloshed. I could handle some stairs. Fully sloshed.
Right.
There's like a a pained knit in her brow as she looks at you from where she's standing. Sorry.
Come on, let's get upstairs.
You
She'll
go to
kind of go over and kind of just try and like pick her up pretty much.
Hey, no, don't do that. Not like Soren, please.
Oh, too bad. So sad. Cry about it.
Cope.
You're like walking
Oh.
up the steps as she is kind of like gives up, staring at her hands. She'll be angry, you know.
Who?
It's one you're with.
Neatal is not going to be angry at me for dragging your drunk ass upstairs.
That's good. I'm sorry.
What did I say about being sorry?
That you should be sorry, I think. Is that it?
No.
Oh.
I said don't be. I said don't be sorry. Be better.
I don't know what that means. What's better?
Well, you can start by not being trashed 24/7.
I'm only trashed like 13 to 14 out of 7.
Is it because you pass out for the rest of it?
It's because Soren keeps hiding it.
Good.
Or taking it out of my hands like a child with a candy bar. He's terrible. You make him stop.
she can't help but chuckling. It's just like, no. No, in fact, I think I'm going to encourage him to do it more.
Oh, fucking pathetic.
You guys finish making your way up the stairs, and
I think she like you're carrying her, and she just kind of like absentmindedly rests her head on your chest.
And you hear from a semi-familiar voice nearby. I would also try removing it from her grip if I didn't think she would try and fireball me, says Neatal.
It wouldn't be a fireball. It would be minimized and make you small enough to be throwable.
It'd be a disintegrate.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
Dodge a
make Soren
fireball.
angry.
My
Would make
gosh.
Soren angry.
My gosh, less lethal than normal. You must really be drunk.
No, I like Soren and Renswa enough to not hurt you physically.
Physically.
Francois would see Neatal quirk an eyebrow and just kind of like gesture toward Borg, like, the heck, man.
And I look to Neatal.
Not in a way of like, what the heck are you doing, Francois? But like, what the heck is she even saying?
I look at her and my eyes narrow. Is that the mushroom on your neck?
Hush.
Not falling
Be
for
nice.
it.
I'm gonna roll for drunken plausibility.
At disadvantage, -5.
Okay. What am I rolling? Persuasion?
No, it's just deception. You're trying to see.
Oh, deception. That's right. Thank God I've got a +6. What I roll?
15.
Bro.
15. Let's roll with lucky. One more d20.
Okay.
Gotta get it. I'm gonna go with the 21.
Fucking hell.
Is that in total?
Yes, that is in total with a -5, Shad, because I used lucky, so I picked the 26.
Yep, makes sense. All right then. Oh,
This game does not want Neatal to be
lucky.
sane.
You're right about that. Oh, it's such
Yeah,
a,
does
such
she
a-
like instinctively reach for it?
No, she doesn't. She actually narrows her eyes at you and just kind of like scoffs. Still keeping up the same old tricks.
But it's worked so many times.
Yeah, we'll try it when you're not drunk and it might work again.
Oh.
Everyone else is gathered up, Francois.
Thank you.
And she'll nod and turn around before walking away.
Mumbles something to herself, just under her breath. As we make it up the steps, unless you do something to try and listen to what she said.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, she'll kind of twitch an ear.
Alright,
See.
perception.
I got big old radar dishes.
Yeah, she tries to mumble under her breath something like, just leave me here and go.
Nope.
You don't need me there, just go. I'll sit here on the stairs and be a lump.
Nah. She just continues dragging her towards the door.
Alright.
Alright.
Yeah.
The two of you eventually make your way into the living room area.
Because you are a part of this family. Deal with it.
I think that's a
Doesn't
good.
fight you any further, yeah?
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's a good line. So yeah, no, you guys make your way into the living room area. You see that Neatal has gathered up Cinder, his siblings, and Flare. She has gathered up Eloise, Riven, Cecil, Smile, and Lana, and she has also gathered up Amalia as well. Although only Cinder will be going. He looks around. Anyone else want me to add for numbers? Although I think it'd be a little bit awkward to walk up with people that you rescued from his complex.
Yeah, I think having all of the linchpins together is kind of a cool piece thing. It's kind of thematic. As he has the railgun ready as he's loading what he's colloquially calling the soul piercer round, which is just a piece of his hand bone.
Someone undrunk me.
Lorelai very gingerly places her right hand on you, and you instantly feel yourself undrunkify, and you even feel a couple of your bones that were creaking from old age reset.
Old age? How old do you think Morrigan is?
Well, sorry, old age, bad posture, however you want to put it. Basically,
30s pains.
basically any form of pain that you were in is just fixed immediately.
I thought
20.
Morgan was like the same age as Soren.
Yeah, she's like 27.
Yeah, he's 26. Well, probably 27 now with the time that's passed.
I mean, I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. I'm near 27 in age, and I feel my bones creak every now and then. So
yeah, no, I'm
so yeah.
29 and I feel like I'm 40.
So yeah,
I'm 40, I'm 40, almost 43. How do you think I feel?
You feel like an 18-year-old again with how spry your bones are again.
My spine hurts right now.
She goes from being this like ridiculous slurry drunk to being just Morrigan again, and she kind of doesn't make eye contact with you, Francis. Could you put me down now, please?
Depends. Are you going to run off to try and find booze?
I just got undrunked. We're going to be dealing with Lucas. No.
Are you going to be okay?
Doesn't seem to answer. I will manage.
Try to remember that you don't have to manage alone. She will gingerly set her down.
Dusts herself off. Are we doing this then?
Yeah, let's go get outside. I'm gonna take a different exit and take a post. Just, assassin stuff. He will go to the top of the. He'll just scale to the top exit of the cart, and he'll proc his ring to trigger pass without trace, and then he'll slither out.
All right then. Just a second to grab the music. I think that this song at this particular moment warrants some different music.
All right, so Lucas is going to kidnap the Archmage. Gotcha. And fuck us all over.
Nah. Second.
Just be
Fine.
warned that nah is just yeah with an N.
You guys are silly.
We get silly when we're scared.
Like, we could do it right now, Soren. We could kill him. It would just mean a bunch of other people would die. I am willing to take the risk.
Come on.
I am not.
What's worse? What Morrigan was about to do, or what we can do once we kill?
Both are bad.
All right. I am here.
There's
have
only
it.
one. But Aggie, there's only one good
Okay.
solution here.
Okay. All right. So, just a second.
So, funny thought.
Oh, is it funny?
It's funny
Most
to you.
most likely not. What's a good way to contact ch-ldr-n to fast drop on our location right quick?
Morgan doing that huge spell.
Quick question for your characters physiologically. What's the quickest way to your brain? Is it through your temple or the back of the skull?
Yes.
Alright, noted.
Hey, little bit of ch-ldr-n help doesn't hurt.
It always
All
hurts.
right. All right. So, we're going for it. All right. So, ba-ba-ba-da. Wait. All right. So, what the fuck? God
Wrong song?
damn it. No, it's some crap version. Mother son of a. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Until it's not.
Okay, we're looping. So, what is this?
It's the same thing.
Oh,
I think you're just gonna have to use that.
it's the lo-fi version. That's why. You mother.
Just find the hi-fi version.
Would
Uh,
love
Mid-high.
Hi-Fi
you know
Rush.
what? You know what? You know what? You guys, I'm just gonna go no music for you guys. Sad.
No!
Listen to this in the background. I'll have this playing in the background for everyone else.
I'm not overhearing myself on Twitch. Absolutely not.
That's why I gave you guys the music to listen to on your own, personally. So,
Weird.
as you guys begin to in bot spam, as you guys begin to make your way out of the cart, you're walking in like a line. You have Morgan, Rensois, Soren, and Lorelai all up in the front. And then to the right of Lorelai, you have Vani. And then behind them, you have Eloise, Riven, Lana, Neatal behind Rensois, and Cecil. And to their right and left, flanking, is Amalia and Cinder. The
To be fair, we could've
whole
left Cecil.
lot of you
Yeah, we could've.
just kind of like walking out serious as can be, even with Cecil and his normal, manic smile and grin that he typically has. No, it's not there for this, because he is part of the act. He wants to kind of like just, lay that in. You know what I mean?
You just see Agatha trip in the background.
Yes.
God damn it. Even with a 23, it's not gonna be high enough.
And walking all the way out, you guys eventually find yourselves in the middle of a clearing just outside your cart. When you hear the sound of magic crackling in the air as a bolt of lightning strikes down in front of where you are, and you see standing there Lucas, Vaelyn, and Gustav. Gustav, who currently looks a little bit dead in the eyes.
We can take him.
God damn it.
And with that, I will put on Lucas's little theme.
Ah, god damn it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Of.
Lucas gives everyone a big, broad grin. Hello, everyone! I hope you don't mind my particular brand of teleportation that I happen to use today, but I couldn't help but use this plucky little adventurer the second that she came up to me and made the offer. Could I now? He turns to Gustav, who is unresponsive. He pats her on the head twice. Regardless, she'll get paid for this. And I see that you do indeed have the Archmage the Divine here. Well, hello, baby Archmage. Welcome to the fold, he says. And as he is speaking, you guys would probably notice that Lorelai begins to twitch. And despite the amulet that was given to her, you can see that she's kind of like, having to tweak a little bit as voices are yelling at her once more.
Probably all fucking telling her to get the fuck away from Lucas.
Or kill his ass.
Or, yeah.
And, but she maintains her composure and gives him a very polite wave. Hi. Well, don't be a stranger, dearie. My name is
She is.
Lucas. Stay out of this. My name is Lucas. And you are? I've been told not to tell you a lot. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. But of course. Okay, the rest of you can speak. Do
Find it
you?
funny, were you? At least you still have the common sense to be afraid of the night.
The night? Are you referring to Abigail?
Shrugs. She wasn't exactly very well guarded.
I am no more weary of Abigail as I am a mere ant in my path. After all, just because she can't be harmed doesn't mean that she can't be manipulated in other ways. But of
So
course...
you're just lazy. Are you giving Vaelyn back or not?
Oh, fine. I have confirmed you have the Archmage the Divine in your custody. You can have Vaelyn back. Just remember, keep this one safe. I owe it to her master, Catherine. To which, Lorelai seems to startle a bit. You know her name. Well, simple, dearie. She was the one who trained me, or at least showed me a little bit of path on where I could go. I didn't really take too kindly to her lessons.
I
She
can't
was a-
imagine why.
She was a bit of an old windbag. And sorry. And with that, you see Lorelai get this look of anger on her face.
Francois is just going to gently reach over and just touch her arm. Don't. It's what he wants.
Can I see my ring on him?
Yes,
Is he moving a lot?
yes, he is.
Ah.
I mean-
I don't know if you know. This guy talks a lot with his hands. He's a very flamboyant actor.
Rage.
I mean, I had a natural 1, but with a +10, it's a 23. Does Lucas make eye contact with Agathar at all?
Yes, he does.
Okay, cool. Agathar looks fucking enraged as he's just pointing the railgun at him.
You see him smooch in your direction before he goes back to looking at the rest of the group. At any rate, so you want your baby brother back? Shoo shoo.
Vaelyn stops for a moment, thinks. I really hope I don't have to do this ever again. Shad?
Yes.
I need... What is... come on, why is this not loading? Here we go.
I sense a goddamn it Vaelyn coming very soon.
Do remember you cannot attack him.
I can't. Gustav, however.
Oh, you're attacking Gustav, the person
no.
that...
Blood puppet. Hi!
Oh! Huh. Fair enough. Okay. What's Gustav rolling over here?
That is wrong. That should be 18. DC 18 con.
Constitution saving throw. Okay.
I give them an 8.
8? Okay. Right. You guys watch as Gustav stands upright and grabs her sword before taking a swipe at Lucas.
Oh, no gun?
She doesn't have time.
Ah,
Her guns are in her bag. And Lucas lifts up a hand and kind of just like blocks it with a barrier.
that's sad.
Oh, hold on now. I just found her character sheet. I can actually make an attack with her. There we go. Let's see. What are we gonna... What's her melee to hit?
Plus 20, Vorpal Sword, natural 20.
She doesn't have a vorpal weapon. She does have this.
She's a Vorpal gun.
Nah, it's a 15 to hit. Yeah, no. Bing! Off a barrier. Ooh, so close yet so far, Vaelyn.
God damn it, Vaelyn.
What if he was like, I will miss these interactions, Vaelyn. Get out of here, you silly kid.
That's literally what he was about to say. I will
What a
miss
lovable
these
scamp.
interactions, you lovable little
Yes, it's
scamp.
like, he's such a little scamp.
You know, he tried to blow me up once with a glyph of warding of all things. The times of fun we had. Now, as I was saying, shoo shoo. Before I change my mind.
Don't you do that already?
Oh, you know me. It's like a flip of a coin sometimes. Gustav, flip a coin. She flips a coin. High or low?
Who you
Is that
asking?
to us?
Asking Vaelyn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi.
Ooh, that's tails, but you called heads. Gustav, shoot this man in the leg. To which Gustav pulls out a pistol and tries to shoot Vaelyn in the leg.
The deal was unharmed.
All right. As you say that, the gunshot goes wide and hits the ground. If not for you saying that, though, it would have actually struck him. Oh, you are right about that. You're right about that. Oh, those pesky little deals I make. Oh, how tragic that our time must come to an end like this. He brushes away fake tears. Still, go on to the other side with you.
I'm sure you'll find some way to harass us again.
Oh, I'm already thinking of multiple ways. At any rate, Gustav, dearest, off we go. To which Gustav simply nods their head and lifts up a hand and snaps their fingers as lightning strikes where they were again, and both of them disappear.
And nothing was lost this day.
When the teleport goes off, you guys hear a thunk as the railgun fires where Lucas was. Agathar just furiously steps forward, like enraged to see Gustav under his control.
Rincewa also steps forward enraged, although she's looking at Vaelyn.
Like Soren has been keeping calm, but you can tell he's very angry at him having taken Gustav under control. Like his left hand is tightly gripping his sword sheath.
Say Rincewa is storming her way towards Vaelyn, and like basically the minute she gets to him is just like grabbed by the shoulders and just starts looking. Are you okay? Did he hurt you?
Nothing that he can do that I haven't been through before.
Did he hurt you? She just
No.
looks in his eyes.
Physically, no. Mentally, nah. We all know how he is.
Good. And then
Oh! Does an 18 hit a Vaelyn?
No, it does not.
If they're hasted, would it hit you?
No.
Haste doesn't give you a bonus to attack damage. Or to
Oh.
your hit bonus. It gives you a bonus to AC, though.
Fair enough. Never mind then.
I give. Who's got roll boosts?
who's got that one?
I will give a 1 to Rincewa just so she can slap the shit out of Vaelyn.
That is not enough.
I say, how many do we need? How many do we got?
How many do we need?
Vaelyn has an AC of 22.
Oof, we need a lot.
And guess
How many
what?
we got?
I got 1.
I'll give you one.
We need 2 more.
You ain't getting my 3.
I have one.
Francois, do you have one?
Does Vonnie have one?
The twins have a total of 3. So
Vonnie's an NPC now, Shad.
fuck
Shad, you control the points.
Control the points.
I give 1 point I give 1 point to Francois.
Yeah.
From
Does
where?
From
Neatal.
anywhere.
It's like Neatal gives her one.
Yeah,
'cause
sure,
fuck
Neatal,
you.
there
I'm
you go.
sure-
She's
Yeah,
from the
totally.
Vaelyn
Neatal had
bunch.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does Vaelyn have anything with the reactions?
You gonna
I-
waste the shield on a slap
I
in
will
the face?
counterspell you.
The Soaring counter spells. Oh, where'd that come from?
Let the RP run through you.
No. You know what? Vaelyn won't, but Vonnie will. What is this? You probably can save it. 17 wisdom.
Is that a spell?
Vonnie's with the major group, so you guys don't know what's going on. You guys are focused on the 2
Is
of them.
that a spell?
I mean, it's a 22, so fuck you.
All right. Francois,
Alright.
you slap shit out of Vaelyn.
Slaps the shit out of him and just points a finger accusingly at him. That is for making me worry half to death. And then she is immediately going to wrap him in a hug and bury her face in his chest. And this is for being so safe.
Aww.
Vaelyn doesn't hug back.
Aggie
You
will.
know,
I'll go for it. Sorry.
you should know by now. I'm too difficult to kill.
You're definitely fucking difficult. But you wouldn't be my brother if you weren't. She does not relinquish the hug.
Vaelyn does not return a hug.
Aggie will waddle over and hug Valen's leg.
Aww.
Like Soren walks up and just looks at Vaelyn and goes, "Welcome back, big guy."
Yeah.
Welcome
She
back,
can
brother.
do shit now. Speaking of doing shit, what the hell was that at lunch or that dinner? Only one of you acted.
What do you mean?
Morgan's the only one that actually did something. I thought you lots would have our back.
What? Throwing ourselves in the wood chipper doesn't result in anything, Vaelyn.
Besides, even if we could, there's probably something you don't know, or maybe you do know. I don't know.
Why the hell would that matter?
Because
Knowing or not.
there's a lot of people's lives linked to Lucas right now.
When the hell has that even mattered?
It's always mattered.
Lives are linked everywhere.
What does
Va-
that even mean?
So you probably know what Morgan tried to do earlier this month, right? If we cared so little about all those other lives, we probably wouldn't have cared enough about Vori to stop Morgan.
Big
You know
boy,
what's
kind
better
of
than
like
you know what's better than that, Vaelyn? At least
And
I'd
yet-
hope you do.
Yet Mori isn't completely wrong. She is completely justified in that.
Aye, she was justified in her anger, just not in her actions. But we're not going to talk about that right now.
Maury's like already kind of slow walking back to the caravan.
Cinder is currently eating popcorn with Amalia, just watching the drama unfold.
Oh, if I go by them, I real quick, like I just knock the popcorn out of her hand with my staff.
Oh man, it's on the ground now. Oh no, wait, that means more proteins. Starts slurping it up. Cinder just shrugs and gets into the popcorn bucket. Where'd he get it from? No one knows.
They just apparate.
Yeah, pretty
Just
much.
behind them.
Conjuration enrichment.
Oh.
Illusion.
Yeah, and Lorelai just kind of like looks ever so slightly confused at this tense reunion between people that are supposed to be family, to her knowledge.
Yeah, Agatha looks really like taken aback by Vaelyn's attitude right now.
Maury, as you're walking back, you see Vonnie's face just contorting, almost like she's in deep thought.
You have your brother. I don't know why you wouldn't be over there with them, prying their hands off of him to get your turn.
He's kind of yelling at me.
Wait or go. It'll come for you eventually.
No, I mean, telepathic bond. He's actually yelling at me.
She looks back towards Vaelyn with like a hard, kind of like knit brow. Just shakes her head and then heads inside.
So that's another one of the Archmages. Hope this one isn't as mad as the rest.
No, she's very nice.
She seems okay. To me,
That's what kind of
anyways.
like looks back at her and looks back kind of in a hushed tone. It's like, it depends on your definition of mad. When you have the voices of, basically every divine being, good and bad, whispering in your ears all the time.
Hey, is it actually her being mad about, or her being mad if it's actually happening?
Francois just like opens her mouth, the finger up, and then like thinks about it. It's like puts the finger back down.
Well, let's just hope that she's actually useful, unlike the others.
They're useful in their own way, Vaelyn.
I forgot how much of a Debbie Downer you are.
At this point in time, Lorelai approaches. Hello?
Sorry about your loss. Fucker couldn't stop talking about it.
Yeah. Sorry about having to deal with that man.
We deal with him more. It's difficult. We have history of sorts. One of the reasons why I want to kill him so badly. To move back inside.
We'll get our chance. Trust me.
If,
Not soon enough.
Trust me, I agree with you on that.
if it makes you feel any better, Vaelyn, she says she's happy you're back and away from the...
I don't even know who you're talking about. As Vaelyn tries to shuffle back towards the cart.
Dragging Renswall with him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just saying, Renswa,
That's why.
Mama
That's why I said
Birding flag
shuffle.
around him.
Yeah, that's why I said shuffle because I assume that everyone's still hanging on him.
I mean,
Oh, no,
Agatha
Soren's getting
remembers-
him
Agatha
space.
stepped away.
You know, Renswa's not like hugging him anymore. She's just hovering.
The Soren gives him space and lets him pass.
Yeah, Agatha has let go of his ankle and just watching.
And Lorelai follows you guys in along with Cinder and Amalia, who kind of like are whispering to each other.
Seeing the traveler still there. Surprised you haven't left. He just continues walking.
Huh? Why would I? I'm supposed to be here, no? Linchpin party?
As if I care, linchpin or not.
Okay. Yes. You sure your name is not Debbie Downer, as they said earlier? It's a
He's
family reunion,
been
no?
he's been through a lot.
Ah,
Shad, I'll
but,
give you this one, agree.
but
I'll
just because he has been through a lot does not mean he has to be asked to his family, no?
Vani, after Vaelyn enters, Vani walks up. How much do you actually know about what happened?
Me?
Yes, you.
I know he was kidnapped by Lucas, and that everyone wanted to get him back. And now it is happened. He's back, and he's all like, "Oh, you don't understand my pain. I am dark, mysterious." What did you-
Well, that can happen. Don't know how long he was tortured, but several years as a child growing up.
Oh, my sympathies. I wish I was more skilled in enchantment magic. I could attempt to help him deal with those, but alas, illusion is my forte. No.
I don't think he's keen on enchantment magic, especially since it was Lucas that orchestrated it all.
Ah, yes, that ass that everyone has been talking about. Enchantment Archmage. No.
Yeah, well, should probably continue on.
Yes. Although, this was very nice. I don't get to talk to you much.
I don't. I'm not used to this. Not yet.
He'll, if she allows him to, he'll like gently reach out and just like very softly just pat on the shoulder. It is okay.
Nah, he
Okay.
doesn't.
All right, then yeah, like if she shies away visibly, he just kind of like removes his hand. If it makes you feel any better, I come from a culture of shut-ins, so I know I know better than most how it is.
I'm just a mercenary. That's all it is.
Thumbs up. Aren't we all?
And Vani will enter.
Thorn, did you lag behind?
What do you mean?
Like, did you immediately follow them, or like follow them into the cart, or did you like? Are you giving them space and then going in?
He's gonna give him space and then go in.
Okay. You see Agatha also hasn't moved, and he's been staring at Valen's back, and then you can hear him say, I don't think that's our Vaelyn anymore.
Soren sighs and picks Agathar up and holds him close. And he says, "Well, I suppose only time will tell, considering who he was just with."
I know, but it seemed like he would have let Morgan do the thing.
I got a feeling nothing's changed.
Soren just replies with, "The lot's the same, but there is some different."
I know, as he stares at Vaelyn, Vaelyn, how are you holding yourself in this moment? Can he read your body language? Is it similar to what he's seen in the past?
It's similar. He's still. It looks like he's still not used to his current form, despite it being several weeks. But you can tell that he's struggling with something. His hands are gripped tightly and loosening as to, well, you can assume not draw blood. He's unhappy. You can tell that he's relieved, but unhappy.
I think his priorities are skewed. I think he craves revenge more than family. I figured he would at least give me a head pat or a pat rinse or something. I know Vaelyn is usually pretty cold, but this felt different.
I think he's just upset that we didn't act against Lucas when Morgan did.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any convincing him that wasn't the way to go.
Not for right now, at least.
Yeah. He turns his head and looks at where the two were. I'm worried about Gustav.
Me too, Muffin. We'll get her out. We'll get her back.
Check up on her later. Not today, but
As
so close.
as you guys are contemplating what to do and how to get Gustav back, Lorelai approaches. She looks over to the cart as everyone piles in, except for the three of you. Says, I don't think you have to fear that not being Vaelyn. Because, I can hear Char singing for him. And that is where we will have to end session.
I wanted to do a thing.
I know.
Okay.
It is pretty late.
Yeah. And remember that if you want to catch us live, you can do so on Tuesdays at twitch.tv/deathlyshad. And you can also catch for the post and pre-stream where we get to name the episode with everyone. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and all that other jazz. And that we will be signing off and going right into the post-stream. Agathar, say goodbye to the people.
Vaelyn is back, and now it's our problem.
Morgan, say goodbye to the people.
Still drunk.
Francois, say goodbye to the people.
Don't make me punch you again, Vaelyn.
Soren, say goodbye to the people.
Valen's back, and he's still in ours.
Hey, and Vani, say goodbye to the people. Well, Vani and Vaelyn, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye. Things definitely are not gonna go boom soon.
Yeah, certainly not. And from all of us, all of you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good one.